Hello there, Liasathal here, and welcome to this video. Yes, this is kind of a short video. It is actually something that I'm trying to do to make myself more comfortable while speaking on YouTube. This would be a tutorial talk through about something that I made some time ago. Because I don't know, maybe you'd want to try it, but I'll also put the link down in the description that would take you to the place where you would be able to look at these pictures and things more at a better time, longer or something. Yes, anyway, so this thing that I've made is actually the Orokin moon lure from the game Warframe. It was an entry for a contest they held in 2015 at the end of the year. They told everybody, okay, this contest is that you have to make a Christmas ornament, Warframe themed, of course, and then put it here in on the forum, and they will judge it and see who won. Okay, in the end, everybody got the piece of the prize because it's Christmas and they wanted to give everybody something. But anyway, this is what I did, the Orokin Moon Lure, and this would be the tutorial talk through about how I made it. Now I know it might not be if you try it, I know it won't be perfectly the same because this wasn't done in perfect dimensions. I didn't have a pattern which I could follow to make this. I just used reference pictures. Anyway, this ball I made from a foamite ball, which you can usually get in a store which is nearby you. I used paint, of course, and some wire, and also press stick. Okay, so on this page, because I won't be putting the reference picture on the video, you can actually see that I've got a few pictures of the Orokin moon. This was the pictures which were available at that time. You see, the quest, well, the update for Lua to come out has not been implemented yet. So this means that you didn't really have a lot of pictures about the moon. So I had to kind of improvise because I really wanted to make this moon for the contest. But you'll see there is a few reference pictures which I used to do this. It's all about improvising and guessing how the moon actually look. I'm not really sure what the creators had in mind for the moon. Okay, so firstly, I actually took the foamite ball and I looked at these reference pictures and used an artist's scalpel to trace out the scars which I want in the foamite ball. Now I'm not sure if I did one at a time, probably because it would be easier than to, well, it's your choice. You can also always do the pattern first and then start digging out the pieces. Now it wasn't really hard because the foamite ball already contains the little foamite balls, let's just say it like that, and then you could use the scalpel to open up the crevice big enough to start digging it out, and also you can use your hands because it peels out quite easily. And I did that until I thought that each one of the crevices in the moon looked perfect for me, or well, near enough to the picture that I saw before me. So after I've completed my ball and also threw away all of the mess I made from the previous steps, it was time to start painting it. So I started with the outside of the moon and not the crevices because, I don't know, choice. But then, you know, the moon always have the dark side and the light side. So I used the white and the grey paint and mix it up a little to have it on the one side, to the light grey side, and then the dark grey side at the back, to give it the moon effect. And at the moment of taking these pictures, the moon was actually upside down because I think the foamlight ball contained a little hole in the top, so I put it on a toothpick. I'm not sure, maybe I just made the hole to be able to display it for me to paint it. Let's say that. And when it dried a little, well, basically when it dried, it was time to move on to the next step. Now, the next step was for me to paint the scars, the crevices in the moon, and I used black. And after I actually did this, I start to think that this moon doesn't look too bad. Okay, now the next few steps, they don't really have pictures, so I'm just gonna have to tell you what I did. So after the black paint of the crevices, the scars dried, it was time to put on the other decorations. So if you look at the Orokin moon in the reference pictures, for example, you would see that this has like a glowing interior. And I was not really, I didn't think that I should put a light in it or something. So I thought that gold paint would be enough, and I would dab the paintbrush on the sides of the black crevice and give this glow effect with it. Okay, now when that was done, I used bendable wire and formed 3 hoops and cut a lot of small pieces for the towers. I'm not sure how many at the moment, but maybe you can see in the picture. I will tell you what they are. So I cut all of these small pieces. They would basically be stuck into the foamlight ball next to the rings, which you would put over. And one of this, basically, the smaller pieces that I cut off, they were straight. So you had the 3 wire hoops and a lot of straight pieces, but one of these straight pieces had to be longer. You'll also see that the straight pieces aren't really small, they are quite long, because you will be putting them quite deep into the foamlight ball in order for them not to fall out. But one of them you had to make sure is a bit longer so that it can be formed into a little hoop at the top where you would put through the lint to, of course, form your ornament. You can also put ribbon string through there. And then using press stick, because I didn't have a lot of time left at that moment, but you could also probably use clay or any modeling material, but I used press stick at the time, and I used that to shape the towers on all of the straight pieces of the wires. You'd see like I said, I stuck it into the ball in different places. Depends on how I analyzed my reference pictures, and then I would put the hoops next to it and use the press stick and start forming the towers on the press stick, and the straight start forming it on the small straight wire, short straight wires, and kind of push all the hoop into it too, and then form it around both to kind of keep them together. Yes, I didn't really have time to put glue on there or something to keep them together, so I just used the press stick to let them stick together. So after that step, I actually had a complete ball. The only thing that was actually missing was the fact that the towers, they are the grey-white color from the press stick, and the wires themselves are also grey. So this doesn't really have the Orokin effect, because I think in the reference pictures, the towers and the hallways, probably between the towers, they're all gold. So I just took the gold paint and put a few layers on them. And the press stick, they are not very easy to paint. well, the gold paint that I used didn't like to be painted on plastic, so I had to do that for a few layers, so that it actually looked gold. And yes, after that dried, I could attach the lint or the string. I think I actually used lint there, and voila! I had the Christmas ornament, the Warwican, the Orokin moon ornament that I could hang on my tree, and that was my finished project. So I know this is not a very detailed tutorial, and it might not even help you if you want to make it, but I thought that maybe I just share how I made it if you want to try to make it. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this small video and if you try this, I hope you have fun in making it too. And this is only a talk through, so yeah, not a very detailed showcase of how I did this. Anyway, that concludes this tutorial talk through video. So I'll see you again. Anyway, for now, ciao.